evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and in tonight's top stories, in the Frederiksted area over the weekend, a taxi driver shot a would-be robber. News Channel 8's Wes Small is there.
Violence again mars our territory. Over the weekend in Frederiksted, a taxi driver apparently shot and killed a would-be robber in Frederiksted. This reporter was on the scene. News Channel 8 got there several minutes after the incident, finding 21-year-old Kyone Bazil dead as he tried to rob, allegedly, a taxi driver in Frederiksted. Right now, I'd like to take you to the scene as this reporter was there. Well, it's Saturday, and it's just after 2:30. And this reporter, even on the weekend, doesn't rest. Unfortunately, here in Frederiksted, we are on the stretch between Rainbow Command Police Station and, of course, staying on Centerline Road. Down that way is the post office, just so we know where we are geographically. Within the hour, here's what happened. A taxi bus coming west in this area was robbed by an individual in his 20s with a gun. The taxi driver pulled his licensed firearm and killed the would-be robber. Right here, as these cars are pulling out, it happened right there. As the camera zooms in, you could see the blue squares on the ground, and the circle indicates a spent shell from ammunition and a blood splatter right there. The male lone gunman is in his 20s. The victim in this case, which would have been a suspect had he succeeded robbing the taxi driver, is now dead. We understand he is in his 20s. The body has been removed, and forensics has left the scene. Found dead at the scene then is 21-year-old Kyone Bazil from Estate Diamond. And he was shot as he exited the van. We're going to hear from Police Chief Benta.
Saturday at about 12:38 in the afternoon, the call came in to 911 reference to discharge of shots in the vicinity of the Cloud Market School area. The responding units, upon arrival at the scene, observed a male individual laying on the road just outside of a taxi van on the floor. Further investigation of that individual revealed that he was shot by the taxi driver. A little further investigation concluded that the taxi driver who actually picked up this male individual dropped into his destination at the time. At the same time, the male individual apparently placed a gun in the back of his head. The taxi driver, who himself was armed with a licensed firearm, was able to defend himself, firing one fatal shot into the upper body of the male individual, who was subsequently pronounced dead. The male individual goes by the name of Kyone Bazil, a 20-year-old male from the Williams-Allied area. Mr. Bazil, as you know, recently the governor, in a press conference, indicated that there are individuals who are out on bail or on the third-party custodian and continue to commit crimes even though they have been released by the courts under conditions. Mr. Kyone Bazil is a male individual who was arrested about a month and a half ago for the robbery of the Juni's Bar and Restaurant, where he and another male individual entered the establishment armed with a firearm and were shot with discharge, and an undetermined amount of cash was taken from the establishment from patrons as well as business. So saying that these individuals who are out on bail use the mask as far as being incarcerated to perpetrate acts in the street on our citizens.
Reporting from Basin Triangle at Marshall Command, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. And in other top stories tonight, the Virgin Islands Police Department has been busy. Police arrested Hector Luis Mercado, also known as Jesus Rivera Carmona, Saturday, March 21st, around 2:30 a.m., following a foot chase through the bush on the east end of St. Croix. During that time, residents had called with several sightings of Mercado. However, on Saturday, it was an off-duty police officer who spotted Mercado near the Divi Carina Hotel and Resort and led to the chase and his capture. Criminal Investigation Bureau detectives thank those residents who called the emergency police numbers and stayed vigilant until Mercado's capture. Also, police on St. Croix executed several search warrants Friday, March 20th, about 6:30 a.m., resulting in the arrest of 3 adult suspects on drugs and gun charges. Hugo Greenwich, 37, was charged with possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. Greenwich was observed attempting to rid himself of large quantities of marijuana when police executed the arrest warrant at his residence in Estate Whim. Luis Rivera, also known as Osa of Estate Campo Rico, was also arrested during the sweep, and he was charged with robbery in the first degree, unlawful possession of a firearm, possession of a dangerous weapon during the commission of a crime of violence that he banished and exhibited during the use of this deadly weapon in a robbery case occurred at Napoleon's on December 5th of 2008. That's Napoleon's Pizza. Also arrested was 19-year-old Shaniqua Lambert, also of Campo Rico. A $500 bail is placed for her. Also, there's a missing young woman on St. Croix. News Channel 8's Wes Small covers that.
A very serious situation here as we have a family anxiously looking for their daughter. For their family member. Mom has laryngitis. She's been crying. She's emotionally stressed out. First of all, I want to tell you what happened. This young girl right here is missing, and her name is?
Vincere Cassandra Riley.
One more time, slowly.
Vincere Cassandra Riley.
All right, and you have made a police report?
Yes.
Exactly what happened?
Saturday, she was and then she said she going beach, and then the neighbor told us to tell my mother to go get her. Don't let she go no place out of her sight. So then my mother get her, and then Sunday morning, before the sun came out, she was trying to go, and then around 6:50 something, going to 7, she left the house and tell my mother that she leaving. See her later. She going neutral home. That's where she live, and took her son with her, and then from
this little cute guy right there.
And now we were worrying about where she was at. Since she went on she saw a red car with tints, and then the person stopped and then gave her a ride, and then we don't even know where else the car dropped her or anything, but we don't really know where she is right now.
So if she's watching this tonight, or someone knows the whereabouts of her, to get in touch with the police department, of course, 778-2211 or 911. And also the baby now, good news in a way, the baby has been found?
Yes, at Queen Louise, and we're trying to get...
That means Human Services has taken over the baby.
Yes, and we don't really know which part they have found him, if they have saw the mother with him or what.
Human Services can't tell you that. We do understand that your sister, is it? Your big sister? That she suffers from some mental problems, and she has not been taking her medication, is that right?
Yes.
So you're concerned about that.
Yes.
What beaches does she frequent, she likes the most?
Mostly she go Dutch Beach and Frederiksted. I forget the other one.
Dorsch Beach and Frederiksted.
I don't know the other one.
But the baby has been found. What's the baby's name?
Jawan Jason Winston Riley.
Cute little guy. And how old is he?
2.
Have y'all been able to go see the baby?
No.
If you see this woman, please do the right thing and call 911, call 778-2211, and try to get this young lady some help. Try to get her home to her family. At least there is good news that the little boy has been found. He is at Queen Louise home. And of course, if you can give us an update on this one way or the other, please do so. And it's of utmost concern, especially if she needs her medicine, that she get to the proper authorities or back to her family. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes, and we have more news for you after the break. Stay with us.